Hey guys, in this video we're going to be taking a look at writing normal numbers in standard form. In the next video we'll have a look at doing it the other way around, going from standard form to a normal number. In this video we are going from normal number to standard form. So before we get going, let's have a cheeky little reminder of what standard form is. So standard form is a way of writing either really big numbers or really small numbers in a more compact, usable way. So any number written in standard form will look something like this chap. We always have a single digit before the decimal point, and that single digit has to be between 1 and 9. It's not allowed to equal 0. After the decimal point we can have as many digits as we like, that doesn't matter. We are always multiplying by 10, and that 10 is always to a certain power. Now that power of 10 can be positive or negative. The only condition on it is it has to be a whole number, an integer. It can even equal 0, but it's a little bit pointless if it equals 0, because any number set to the power of 0 is 1. So we'd be multiplying our number by 1. What's the point in that? Okay, let's get going with some examples then. So, before we get started, I need to remind you as well, whenever we multiply by a factor of 10, then nothing happens to the order of our digits. All that happens is our decimal point moves along by one place, or on the flip side, if we divide by a factor of 10, the decimal point goes one place to the left. So the first set we're going to look at, we're going to be looking at big numbers. So we're going to be using the fact that our decimal goes to the right. And then in the second set, we're going to be looking at small numbers, where the decimal is going to be going off to the left. Okay, so example 1. We want to write 3 million in standard form. So, remember, we need then our single digit out the front. Now, when we've only got a number with one non-zero digit here, as we do here with 3 million, we don't actually have to put the 0.0 in, but I'm going to for this example because I think it helps explain what we do. So that's the first step. We're going to write 3.0, and then we're going to be multiplying it by 10. But how do we know what power of 10 to use? Well, let's put this decimal down here on our 3.0 into our 3 million. So it's between the 3 and the first 0. Then what we do is count how many places that decimal has to jump to get to the end of our big number. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now the number of places that the decimal has to jump is our power of 10. So here, 3 million is 3.0 times 10 to the power of 6. As I said, we don't have to write the 0.0, so we could also just write it as 3 times 10 to the power of 6, like that. Either way is absolutely fine. I just went for the top method here because I think it makes it easier to explain. Okay, on with the next one. Okay, so 2,500. So, well, let's find our first significant figure. It's the 2, and then we've got a 5 after it. So it's going to be 2.5, like that. Now it's going to be times 10. It's always times 10. How do we know our power? Let's put the decimal point into our big number between the 2 and the 5, and then count how many places we have to skip to the end, which is going to be 3. So our power of 10 is 3. Job's a good one. Okay, how about 456 with all of these zeros after it? So obviously when you've got a number like this, it's really impractical to be writing out this many zeros every time you write the number. This is where standard form comes in and really helps us. So let's write down our important digits. So we've got 4.56. It's always going to be times 10 to something. So how do we know our power? We put our point in the big number between the 4 and the 5, and then we count how many places it has to jump to get to the end. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So our power of 10 there is 12. So this massive number can be written as 4.56 times 10 to the power of 12. Job's a good one. Okay, what about this one then? So, This time we've got a 1 followed by a 0, but then we've got a 7 after the 0. So what we're going to need first of all is 1.07, like that. Okay, and then times 10. Now we need to put our decimal in our big number, so between the 1 and the 0, count how many places it has to jump to get to the end. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that can be written as 1.07 times 10 to the power of 7. Cool. Okay, what about this guy then? So this time we've got 4235000, or 4,235,000. So this time our number at the start is going to be 4.235. Now let's get our power of 10. So let's put our decimal into the big number between the 4 and the 2. Then we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places to the right. So our power of 10 there is 6. Job's a good one. Okay, what about one like this then? So right, 23,546 in standard form, but to 2 significant figures. So first of all, we need to write the number to 2 significant figures. So what's our second sig fig? Well, it's the 3. Then we check out the digit afterwards, which is a 5. So to 2 sig figs, our number is gonna be 24,000. Okay, if you're rusty on significant figures, check out the video on it where we explain how to round to significant figures. So we've written the number now to 2 significant figures. Now we want it in standard form. So it's going to be 2.4. Let's put the point into 24,000. So it's between the 2 and the 4. Then it's going 1, 2, 3, 4 places to the right. So it's 2.4 times 10 to the power of 4, like that. Okay, that's it for the big numbers. Now we're going to look at writing smaller numbers using standard form. Okay, so this time we're thinking about our decimal point moving to the left. Okay, so here then we've got 0.25. So we're going to need our number as normal. We're going to need 2.5 here. Now let's put our decimal into the number at the top. So we're going to put 1 in between the 2 and the 5. Now remember, when we're dealing with these small numbers, we're going to have a negative power of 10. The negative power basically moves our decimal to the left. What these negative powers do, they tell us how many times to divide this number by 10. But you can think of it as just moving the decimal point to the left. So let's see then, we put a decimal between 2 and 5, then how many places does it have to move to get to where the original decimal was? So we're going from here between the 2 and the 5 back to this normal decimal between the 0 and the 2. So it's had to go back 1 place, so our power of 10 is -1, like that. So again, a negative power tells us how many times we want to divide our number by 10. So this is telling us 0.25 is 2.5 divided by 10 once, or multiplied by 10 to the power of -1. Cool. Okay, 0.00078. Well, our first sig fig there is the 7, and he's got an 8 after him. So we want 7.8 times 10 to the minus something. Now again, let's put our decimal point between the 7 and the 8 and count how many places backwards or to the left the decimal has to move. So 1, 2, 3, 4 places. So our power there is -4. So 0.00078 can be written as 7.8 times 10 to the -4. Cool. Okay then, what about 0.00905? Well, first of all, the number that we're going to need then is going to be 9.05. So then, let's go to our number, put a decimal between the 9 and the 0, and then count how many places we have to move to the left. 1, 2, 3. So 0.00905 can be written as 9.05 times 10 to the minus 3. Jobs are good. Okay, on with the next. 0.000254. Well, the number that we're going to need there is 2.54. And it's always going to be times 10. Now, what's our power of 10? Well, let's put our decimal between the 2 and the 5, and then count backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So, it's times 10 to the minus 4, like that. And then we've got one more example. Right, 0.00007825 in standard form to two significant figures. Okay, so first of all, we want to write 0.00007825 to two significant figures. So the first significant figure there is the 7, the second is the 8. So to two sig figs, our number is 0.000078. So that's our number written to two significant figures. Now we want to write him in standard form. Okay, so it's going to be 7.8 times 10. Now let's work out the power. Let's put a decimal between the 7 and the 8. So it's going backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 places. So it's times 10 to the minus 5, like that. Okay guys, that's how we write normal numbers in standard form. Hope it's helped. Was this video helpful? If so, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and leave me a comment letting me know how you get on. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss any videos. For any further information, you can find me on Facebook or Twitter. Search for Maths with Melv. Cheers guys.